Check the time and adjust your dial. It's time for the GZ Chop Shop Podcast, the best podcast by gamers for gamers. Each week, we give you the rundown of all the happenings in the gaming world, news updates, reviews, and much more. We do all the research so you don't have to. If you still want more after the show, we got you covered. Check out our website at thegzchopshop.com for all of our latest content. Now keep your ears locked because it's time for the GZ Chop Shop.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another week of the GZ Chop Shop. We took a week off, but we're back. It was kind of nice having some downtime, so I'm pretty sure you guys have been wondering what we're up to. We got, as always, an amazing episode lined up for you guys. We are going to be covering some upcoming movies, some new streaming shows hitting some platforms like Paramount. And then we're going to talk about cloud gaming, xCloud making its way onto iOS phones and iPads. So a little bit on that, and how Microsoft continues to make its push for their consoles. Some more shoving that they're trying to do, because we all know how Microsoft likes to play dirty.
Shove it real good. Dun, dun, dun.
What? Okay, but before we get to this episode, we just wrapped up our second big giveaway. We drew our winners last night, so Warners, take it away.
Okay, so I'm excited about these two winners because these two winners were both loyal fan base. What that means is they have participated in at least one of the other giveaways. And I love that because that means people aren't, it's not just that people are coming back, it's that people are continuing to engage with us.
Yep.
So we have Dana Matthews from Mississippi, and she won the SteelSeries Arctic's Wireless headset, which is an amazing headset, by the way. And Chris Holion, sorry, I probably butchered your name, Val, from Connecticut. And he won the Razer Death Eater V2 gaming mouse, which is the one I use, and it's the one I always suggest for people who like more competitive gaming. So congratulations to you two for winning those.
Round of applause. Big cheers all around. Yes, thank you guys so much for taking part in the giveaway. Thank you for being loyal, listening to the show, and taking part in our Gamma Games community. We appreciate you. So we look forward to you guys receiving your prizes. So make sure you take some pictures so we can post them up on social media. So a week off, and
honestly, well-deserved week off.
I think all four of us just at the same time were like, we're done.
Shit hit the fan.
Our group chat got so quiet. Like, it was just, we just needed a break.
I was worried
honestly
about
from
Kara,
each
actually.
other.
Kara and Yuli. I'm like, where did they go? And then Itachi was gone for like a whole week.
That entire break, he didn't say, I think, a single word.
He didn't even laugh at my memes.
And you know, the thing was, I would poke my head in just to make sure everyone was okay. But then there was like that at least a good 2 days where our group chat, and I just want everyone to know, our group chat rarely goes a day without someone saying something. We went like 2 days where it was crickets.
Completely dead.
Crickets.
And I was like, is everyone okay? But I was quiet because I'm sitting in my little corner facing the wall. Am I okay?
I just picture Itachi, like, he darkens his room on purpose because, you know, I imagine Itachi is the kind of guy who likes to match his environment with his mood and emotions. So I picture him, his room, little emo session for a few days, listening to some kind of "Hello, darkness, my old friends." Is that what you say to yourself? You sit in a chair, look in the dark corner, and go, I am Batman.
I am Batman. This is what Batman would do.
And no. It kind of sucked for me in a selfish way, because you guys, when you are interacting a lot, it keeps me going at work, because sometimes I get bored. At work, and you guys are quiet. So, Itachi, what were you up to? Were you just trying to convince yourself you were Batman listening to Hello Darkness?
No, besides sitting in the corner playing Hello Darkness, I am Batman. So strangely enough, I actually picked up doing some freeform editing, and
I feel really bad for anybody who does not have access to the video.
So for anyone who does not have access to the videos through our Patreon, Yuli likes to put up, instead of a webcam, sometimes he'll put up random pictures, and he's done 2 pictures so far that killed us. One was a random picture of All Might smiling his big famous smile from My Hero Academia, and the other one was Inosuke just now from Demon Slayer. In that form where he bends over to show how bendy he is. If you watch Demon Slayer, you know how it is.
Oh my god! And it just came up out of nowhere.
It was just sudden because he was Thanos.
He was just Thanos.
I was fine with Thanos, but he couldn't keep the All Might up there. It was too distracting.
It's funny because with Yuli's timing, and I'm the one who said to Yuli, I said, look, your job for this show is to randomly change pictures during the show to just see if we can maintain composure. And with Warner's asking me, Itachi, what did you do for a week? And in this picture of Inosuke comes up. This is what I did for a week.
Yoga. You were doing yoga.
I was doing yoga.
While telling yourself you're Batman.
While I was Batman in a dark corner. No, I actually took up some edits because Warner's had asked me in while I was sitting in one of my corners, why don't I start doing the comics again? Because if you guys have follow me on Instagram and you go back to some of my earlier posts, I started doing the comics with my pops, and I was like, they're collectibles and they just kind of sit there. I was like, there's got to be a creative way to utilize them, and I started doing comics with them, but then I stopped because I got busy with the podcast and everything else. So I actually started practicing some more photo editing, and I was mixing and matching, and I was coming up with some ideas, and then I actually got my hands on a comic app that'll let me make a full-fledged comic book. So I actually started making the blueprint for that. And when I get into these creative zones, I kind of just like literally zone out. And also I got my second COVID shot, so I was like on brace and sleeping too. So my week was pretty much just, I guess you could say, relaxing and coming up with new ideas.
All right, so there you have it. Emo Batman is doing yoga and making comic books. Kara, how was your week break? I know. We all know you moved. How was that?
I moved right before we went. We decided to take the break. It was good. It's definitely an area that we have to readjust to. But it was good having a week off to just kind of do nothing and get my house set up. And I didn't even get my computer set up, I think, till like Wednesday. So like I wasn't going to be able to be in the podcast anyways this week. So it was just one of those things.
Didn't you have crackheads pop up or something?
Oh yeah, she said something about crackheads in the backyard. So,
all right, good talk, Kara. So her webcam went off for a second. Her
little one showed up.
Good talk, Kara. Yuli, dare we ask Yuli, how was your week off?
I can't say much, man. It's just been a whole lot of family drama with the death in the family. So.
Oh yeah, you told us about some of that. Let's not repeat some of that.
No, it's really bad. What are you gonna do, man? It's a Mexican family.
Never a dull moment.
No, never.
A lot.
Well, my week off was mostly working.
Hold up. There's 2 things I gotta ask you and Itachi. Itachi, so what's the deal with this girl you be talking to?
Ah!
And Warner's, what's the deal with this girl you be talking to?
Warner's?
Itachi, I told you when we played Phasma, I was going to call you out on the podcast.
I forgot. I legit forgot.
I don't want to talk about it because I don't know if they listen to the podcast, and you know, I don't want things taken out of context.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way.
Don't piggyback off me. Make your own answer, you son of a bitch.
Sorry about that.
Hold up. We played Phasma once, and for like an hour and a half straight, me, Warners were just bugging Itachi while we were hunting ghosts. Hey, Cara Bailey. Hey, Itachi, what's with this new girl? Cara Bailey.
That was the only reason Yuli died too, because the ghost got sick of him bugging me.
Hey, it was my first death ever.
Speaking of ghost hunts, by the time this video is out, by the time you guys hear this podcast, there will be a new, fresh video for you guys to see. We're going to be rolling out new content for you guys, not just podcast stuff. How we interact during games. So it'll be us just as we are, a little less filtered. Sometimes Kara will be there. Sometimes Yuli will be there. Sometimes Itachi. Sometimes just me. It might just be me talking to myself. But it'll be content involving us, and I hope you guys like it. I think you will. Yours truly is doing the edits, and it's my first time, and I've really dived into it. So I've been enjoying it.
Really good.
So I'm going to backtrack real quick before we go forward about these crackheads that showed up on Kara's doorstep.
Oh my god! What is?
Yuli, your pictures, man.
I cannot stress enough. If you guys are
is that the picture of Batman that you were thinking of yourself as, Itachi?
You know, as much as I want to deny it for cool points, I could see myself doing that because of how many times I've been freeze frame memed. That would be me.
Hold up. It's actually better if I could put the full frame.
I'm telling you guys, go on the Patreon. $2 a month. You got to see this video. You will not regret it.
I got to know about the crackheads. Third time's a charm.
I mean,
what happened?
So we live in an area where there's a lot of homeless people and a lot of
Florida. When you say you live in an area, you mean Florida.
Shut up.
Jurassic Park 2022.
And so they like to, you know, walk around the neighborhood, and they knew that our place was abandoned until we moved in. So like they would sit out on our back porch, and that's where they would sleep.
Uh-oh.
She is having the hardest time right now. There's so much happening.
She's trying to keep herself composed.
Yep.
Her environment's out of control. This weird picture of Batman's up.
This is what happens when we take a week off. And we come back.
We'll let Kara gather her composure. What are the who are we starting with Microsoft?
I mean, we could, but I know you were excited about an upcoming movie. You were like,
there's a movie, a show, and a game.
All right.
Okay, hold on. Before you go, that was the cutest thing. He walked up to get water, and the water thing is right behind me. And so he walks up and he's starting to push, and he goes, "I'm sorry, mommy. I'm sorry, mommy." Because he knows that I'm doing this, and he goes, "I'm sorry, mommy."
I really.
That's why I started laughing. I was like, I can't do this.
If he apologized that many times, you really do keep a tight shift, don't you?
Yes.
Keep that house under wraps.
Yeah, we do. Anywho,
so,
you can continue.
So, the first one I wanted to talk about was a new Dungeons and Dragons movie. And
ooh.
I don't know about you guys, but the one that came out back in the early 2000s was vomit. It was vomit to me. Total garbage. So I'm ignoring Yuli's pictures right now. I'm ignoring them. So this one is starring.
Tom, did you have water in your mouth?
I can't with you guys.
Water in his mouth. Swallow.
Please go on. Okay, I'm sorry. It's so bad because a game I've been addicted to for this last week. Full truth be told, I've been addicted to Dragon Ball Legends on the iPad.
Warner, is you okay? Did we break you?
And see this picture of Goku just like undoes that entire week of me playing that game.
I think we broke Warner's.
Why did you challenge him to make us laugh with pictures?
Because we were gone
Do
for a
you
week.
know how long this episode is going to be because of this?
All right.
Like,
Dungeons
honestly.
and Dragons, son of... God damn it, Yuli. Starring Michelle Rodriguez.
Oh, my
Hey,
cheeks.
yo, I love her.
I know, she's playing... apparently she's playing a barbarian. So
hell
from what
yeah.
I've read about this script and stuff, it's going to be much closer to the actual game itself with role types and gameplay and stuff. So I look forward
so
to
is Michelle
that.
gonna roll dice in the middle of a fight?
Not like that, but you know what I mean. Like,
Just giant dice coming down.
it's gonna feel like Dungeons and Dragons. That's what I gathered. It's supposed to come out next year. It didn't give a date. It just said sometime next year. And that's really all the information there was out for it. I know they're
Who's
filming
producing
right
this?
now. I don't remember who the hell's producing it, but I know they're filming right now in Ireland.
Definitely.
And they're-
putting it on.
Nice.
That's a big.
Yeah.
That's a good filming spot for large scale movies that need
Yeah.
land.
Well, it's a good filming spot for like medieval type things like Lord of the Rings and shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
It's so
And that's
beautiful.
all I had about the Dungeons and Dragons. I'm hoping with this one it's redeeming of the name when it comes to movie versions. Oh my God, Yuli.
So.
All right. So the second one is a show that I'm very excited about. I'm nervous about, but I'm excited about it.
What is it?
Steven Spielberg is the executive producer, along with some other names. Is working side by side with 343 Industries and Paramount Pictures to bring us something that is already approximately 60% finished in production. A Halo series. A Halo show.
We'll probably have the show before we have Halo.
Halo Infinity.
We'll have the show before that.
I think for a very long time, people have been nervous to touch this franchise as far as cinema goes, because I can only imagine the cost and the CGI that would go into this movie, and wanting to get who's the right director for this kind of movie. But luckily, we're in a time and age now where we're starting to see the best content put out as a show. Like the Witcher, Titans, The Boys. Things that make something feel much more like there's more depth to it. There's more time spent on it. So I think this is a good move. I was interested to see that it's going to Paramount, because I haven't seen a whole lot of new popular things go their way. Usually when something huge like this comes out, it's Netflix or Hulu or HBO Max now.
Yeah.
So if it comes, when it comes out, I'm gonna have another reason to spend $10-15 in another streaming service.
Another streaming service. Paramount
Just
has
for
been
one
making
movie,
some
for 1 month.
some moves though. Paramount has been making
They
some
have
moves.
been, yeah. Oh yeah, they have been.
They're bringing more. I think a lot of people are going to be selling them short because they don't realize how much stuff Paramount gets behind and how much stuff Paramount produces. But now
Hold
they have
up.
their own streaming thing.
one thing I want to say about Paramount is they released a new iCarly spinoff.
I was just about to get to that.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be good. I can't say it is.
Really?
I watched
I heard it's definitely
episodes.
more mature though.
It's definitely more mature, but the jokes don't hit. Like they added the laugh track to tell you where the jokes are, and you're listening to it, and I'm like, there's like one joke for every episode that gets you, and everything else is just like, okay.
Do you think it's like they're trying too hard or a generational thing?
A bit of both. There is a character in there that I thought like shouldn't be in the show because like there's no need. It's Freddie's stepdaughter.
Mm-hmm.
Like I watched it and I feel like they don't need her at all. She really is just annoying to me. I don't like her, which sucks. Like show had so much potential. I like Spencer. Spencer is still funny. Spencer still makes me go like, yeah, that's Spencer. But I don't know.
This is what I couldn't remember who it was, but Pablo Schreiber is gonna be the actor playing Master Chief.
What else have they been in? Not that it's really gonna matter because they're gonna be wearing a mask the whole time.
Schreiber?
It's who's his brother? The one that played Sabretooth in
I was wondering if it was the same guy.
Yeah, it's his brother.
Oh. Okay.
The one who played Sabretooth in the X-Men movie.
This guy right
or
here.
the Wolverine movie.
Oh, that's a
the guy that's going to be playing. All the pictures he could have picked.
I had to make sure Kara was included.
Look at her face.
No.
It's because it's not a K-pop boy.
No, even if that... No.
Okay, here's a better picture.
So there are ladies who don't like overly ripped guys. That is good to know.
Okay, here you go.
No.
I don't know what this is from.
That's disturbing.
It is.
So the third thing I wanted to mention was a game that has been leaked, not officially confirmed, but some people from the company have leaked it, and I was reading this also on comicgames.com or something. They're finally working on Titanfall 3.
Oh, that's the one you were talking about?
And they're looking for a 2022 release.
Ooh, and that's not a disappointed. Ooh, that's a trying to contain myself because I was just talking about this and I was like, they need to just make Titanfall 3. Like just do it already.
It's not confirmed yet, but there's enough leaks going around that typically when you see X amount of leaks from different sources, it tends to be the case, especially when nobody's come out yet and said that's not true.
That's not true.
And which they have in the past.
Yeah.
So
I feel like this leak is just to let people know, to get them excited, because they said they had a huge spike in Titanfall 2 gameplay when they announced Valkyrie. And then everyone was going back because the lore, like Apex and the Titanfall lore, is now it's completely solid. It's connected now. And
it's surprising, by the way, how many people that play Apex do not know it's part of the Titanfall universe.
Yeah. And Titanfall 3 would be a good way to, if anything, Titanfall 3 definitely has more reason to exist, because not only can they continue with an amazing first-person shooter that is extremely underrated, but now has more attention thanks to Apex, they can now show the effects Apex had on the Titanfall universe.
And Titanfall 2 was at a disadvantage because it was Call of Duty and some other game that came out at the same time. If you come out around
Call of Duty, no matter how crappy that Call of Duty is, you're gonna get completely destroyed.
And when it came to Battle Royales, Titanfall 2, I'm not gonna say they, PUBG really played the way for that, but Titanfall 2 took it in a direction that made it extraordinary and so much more fun.
Kara was getting groovy, so I was getting groovy with her.
I'm digging the music. I like the music.
Digging the music too.
But yeah. Oh, I'm glad everybody approves.
All right, now that you're happy,
yeah,
go fuck yourself.
I hope that's true.
What the hell? What's wrong with you?
And anywho, moving on. Oh man, he had to bring Pikachu into this.
That Pikachu making that what the hell face. That meme is just
it's spot on.
It's amazing. It's spot on.
That's
wow.
90% of our group chat.
You're not wrong.
How do you, tell me how you think my Christopher Walken impression is, okay? Hey, you're talking to my guy all wrong. It's the wrong tone. You do it again, I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron.
I approve.
Was it all right?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah. I mean, you never know. He might listen to the podcast.
I love Christopher Walken, man. He's my favorite SNL actor of the 90s, early 2000s.
All right. So, what else did we have on the lineup before Yuli changes pictures again? Cloud gaming coming back, coming strong. Can I just lead this whole next segment off by just saying Microsoft is fully going petty mode? They're just full on petty mode now.
What are they doing now?
Okay, kind of bringing in the next part and this part together. So they are partnering with EA to make fucking Yuli.
Sorry guys, Yuli is
he's living
poorly.
up to his challenge.
He's
his
living
challenge
up to
of funny pictures of animated character. Go on, Itachi.
So they're partnering. So kind of jumping topics here. They're partnering with EA to make the Xbox the main console for Battlefield 2042.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
And that was like one of the, and that this is recent, and it seems like now that, and the thing is, I'm not surprised because EA either puts out a really good game and charges you money, or they put out a really bad game and still charge you money. And Microsoft is no stranger to wanting consistent income of money. So them partnering with EA is kind of like, oh great, this is the worst combination possible. And now you're trying to prioritize your system. And nobody knows. They're like, okay, well, what does this mean? And I'm like, I'm telling you what probably is going to happen. Any new content that's free is going to go to the Xbox first. And at first I thought, okay, well, that's not going to affect PC by any means because hello, Microsoft.
Logan just ran up behind Kara dancing.
I told you guys before, my setup is in a very awkward spot. My living room is to my left and my kitchen is to my right. So
is he doing the floss? Like, what's he doing?
No, he's just...
Our listeners are like really into like, what's Microsoft doing? And then there's like random shit.
I'm gonna read certain excerpts. Damn it, Warners are contagious. Can't talk. So developer DICE and publisher Electronic Arts have announced a new Microsoft partnership to make Xbox the official console of Battlefield 2042. It doesn't mean it's exclusive because we know how Microsoft likes to suddenly make things exclusive. But to be specific, the Xbox Series S and X are the official consoles of Battlefield, according to a press release. All three said this was done to ensure that the next entry in the Battlefield franchise is the best one yet. Now, I just want to stop right there. I just want to stop right there for all the PC
was a good
players.
console.
Hold on, pause.
Yo, people who start Battlefield 2042 on an
pause.
Xbox is gonna start smoking on them.
Pause. Yuli,
Yes.
can I ask why you changed your name to Hobo Kara?
Because of that.
I didn't even realize it. Is it because of crackhead thing?
Yeah.
Not because Kara's a crackhead. She's not a crackhead.
I'm
The
glad you
crackheads
cleared
are
that
sleeping
up.
on her
Thank
body.
you for clearing that up, Warner. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, fine.
I just wanted to clear it up.
Shots fired.
Really? I quit. Goodbye.
She should change her webcam to just a picture of the state of Florida.
You're not wrong.
Goodness.
You're not wrong.
So picking back up, DICE, and this isn't the only first thing. DICE and EA announced 4 other partnerships in preparation for Battlefield. October, NVIDIA for the ultimate PC experience, Logitech to ensure players have Logitech integration, Polaris to bring players the opportunity to operate authentic Polaris vehicles, and WD Black to ensure gamers have the best possible gaming experience. All 5 partnerships have been seemingly inked to bolster Battlefield's gaming performance across both PC and Xbox consoles. Then it goes on to say neither DICE nor EA outlined the deals, how they will impact the PlayStation consoles, which we know Microsoft has been very petty about, though Battlefield 2042 is launching on PS4 and PS5 this October. So basically,
Itachi, real quick, I don't mean to cut you off, but I want to know if you're thinking what I'm thinking. They're being petty, so petty in this way because they've had so many issues with their games and other production companies,
yep,
and console companies not working with them.
Yeah.
And on top of a lot of their failures, and I feel like Microsoft is starting to feel a little left out.
Mm-hmm.
And a little backed into a corner right now.
They really are. They really are, because even with the PS5 being still very much sold out, it still is outperforming them. Like, the console is sold out, people can't get it, and it's still outselling the Xbox Series.
The Xbox hasn't sold out to the
Which
point
they
where
haven't
it's not
sold out. There's no crisis for an Xbox.
The Switch is still outselling the Xbox.
Yeah. And there's no crisis for that either. And it's like, so yeah, they're entering these deals.
Battlefield will save us.
Battlefield will save us. Yeah. And then their first strike of petty was with the Star. That is
Is that a picture of Michael Myers?
Yeah.
Anywho, it all started with Starfield coming out all of a sudden as an Xbox exclusive, when they clearly said almost a year before, when they bought Bethesda, that they were not going to do that.
They're trying so hard to keep their money right now.
Yeah. And they're trying to keep their money, and then they're trying to make money, because how this whole conversation got started, Microsoft has finally found a way to get cloud on the iOS devices while circumventing the Apple Store. They have finally done it.
You know what?
I love that Apple and Sony and Microsoft are just fighting each other.
Mm-hmm.
And Nintendo's just drinking their tea, chilling.
Yo, Mario
Nintendo's
Party
just
is
cruising
such an
along,
addicting fucking game.
Making esport like contracts with high schools and stuff.
For real. Nintendo is going to reclaim the console throne. Even when consoles are no longer a thing, Nintendo could still thrive in that market because they stay in their lane.
They do.
They stay in their lane. They don't need to go around cutting shady deals to undercut their competition. They just do their own thing. Okay, what is that? Okay, between Kara suddenly green screening and Yuli finding the worst picture of Todoroki in existence.
They put Todoroki with lipstick. This podcast, man.
So
are you? Why does your background look like an anime? I like it. Keep it. It's cool. Keep it.
But anyway, okay. I know Kara, this was originally the one thing you wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts on the xCloud?
Okay, so when I read the article that I found today about it, I went and I downloaded the stuff on my phone because I wanted to see how it would work and stuff like that. So I downloaded, or you don't actually download anything. You go to the website and you can play it right then and there. And I mean, as a Game Pass holder, because I do have the Ultimate Game Pass because I use it for my PC and the Xbox, I think it's pretty cool because I just clicked a random game and I can play it straight on my phone. Like, I honestly think it's pretty cool.
Now, I will agree that the concept behind it sounds very intriguing. You know, you're at an airport or you're just out and you're like, you know what? I want to play this game. Instead of having to spend $60 and then wait for oh my gosh, and then wait for a download of a game, you can just go on the site. Right
then and there. There was no download. You just click on it and play. And they have like separate games that are just I think they called it like tap to play or something, where there's like buttons on your screen instead of having to like have a Bluetooth controller or something like that. But I can just play it straight on my phone. All the buttons are there for where I need to push them, and I personally think it's pretty cool. I'll probably use it here and there. It's not something I'll use. I'm not a mobile gamer. I really don't play games on my phone like that. But I definitely think it's really cool to have because there's still a bunch of games. Like, I didn't even look through all of them. I just clicked on the first one I saw. But it looks like there's a good amount of games that you can play just anywhere.
So, and you're the perfect gamer audience that they're trying to reach, because you have a PC and you use it very well. You stream, you play a ton of games, you podcast with us, but you also game on the go. Like, that's not something I do. So you're definitely the type of audience that they're reaching to, and it is a very creative, smart move. And I won't hate on that. I like to pick at Microsoft just because of all the mistakes they've made and the fact that they keep getting shut down. But the cloud is a pretty creative concept.
Now I do have another question for Kara. How was the response on, because streaming a game compared to streaming a movie, that's two completely different experiences. There's, they have to send your commands back to the game in real time.
No, when I would click the button, I literally only used it for like maybe 3 minutes tops because I was at work. But when I moved a button to go forward, or the game I was playing had a glide button, and I would hit the glide, and it was like I was using a controller. Like, there was no lag for it or anything yet.
So I will now, because I've been hearing, some people, they play like some of the more heavy duty games, and sometimes it'll get pixelated. Like, how when you stream a movie and then suddenly it gets all pixelated, then it fixes. They said they'll have that. Sometimes there was a delay in their button input to what actually happened on screen. And I will say, as much as like Warner's, as much as I do poke at Microsoft, I like the idea behind xCloud, but the only thing I hate is I don't like the idea that we will head into the era where we no longer own our games. And you guys have heard me talk about that before, because as streaming games becomes more popular, and it will, they're already trying to phase out disc-based games. And now they're already trying to fade out downloading games, and we haven't even gotten rid of disc-based yet. They're trying to phase them both out as quickly as possible.
I don't foresee PC having this problem. I feel like this is going to be more of a console issue in the future.
Well, not specifically about it, full on console, maybe just PlayStation and Xbox. Because Nintendo knows,
Nintendo will be fine.
People love their games. They'll buy it all no matter what, and they know, like, if they do,
Nintendo's not about to change what works.
They're in a different league. They're not even, don't even compare them to Xbox and PlayStation.
But then you got to think, fair to them. It could affect pretty much everyone outside of Nintendo, because even on PC, even with Steam, what would happen is Steam would have to change how it runs, because you can download the game, and as long as it's not an online game, you could disconnect from online and play it by yourself. But if they do complete streaming, you will have to be connected 24/7, which, for the most part, you're on a PC, that's not a problem. But then the game is not on your PC. So they're going to make high end, and I kind of get it. On one side, it's a good thing. On another side, it's going to really piss off the people that love to brag about their builds, because they're going to make your build irrelevant, because the whole point of streaming is their hardware is how the game runs. So they're going to have the high end hardware. They're going to have it. All you're doing is constantly downloading that data. So
Steam will not do that to us. I believe in Steam. No. Don't you put that even on me, Ricky Bobby.
I don't want to put that out there, but think about it.
If Steam wanted to do it, they would have done it a long time ago.
Well, streaming games is still, even with the xCloud, it's still a beta thing. If anything, Steam wants to wait until the formula is tested, tried, and true. They're going to let Microsoft and everyone make the mistakes first. Steam is like Nintendo. They're patient. They're going to be like, all right, we're going to sit back. We're going to watch. That's Steam. That's Steam's face right there. They're like, oh yeah, we're just going to watch you idiots make the mistakes first. Like, I ain't moving. But they're going to let everyone do it first. And then if it catches on, then they'll slowly make the changes. Because then to keep their business, if those developers come and say, we no longer want our game to be downloadable, we want people to pay the subscription, we're going to go streaming only, they will have no choice but to adapt to it, because that's their source of revenue.
How much money would you think of all the games that, because to me, when I hear streaming service, I hear only X amount of movies or games are available.
Yes.
So, how much would you possibly have to pay to have all the games that you want to play specifically at your disposal?
But that's what I'm saying.
I see a huge problem right there.
But that's going to be the thing. We will no longer own the game. So whatever they decide they want to stream. So already with the Microsoft library, reviewers are saying they don't have all the games. They change it. It changes every month. Some games come, other games go. So the thing is, it'll be like Netflix or HBO. You will have a certain amount of time to play this game. You're only paying $15 a month, so you really can't fuss when a game comes and goes. Now, the downside to this,
the reason I think that won't work is because when I think of, I think about esports, how can people practice to get good enough at a game specifically to be able to possibly compete on the esports level? If you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't feel.
You really want me to answer that?
Yeah, because I don't.
Because if this becomes another prediction that we get right,
like, would we have to pay extra money?
Yes. I'm telling you right now, we're going backwards while going forwards. What happened when Blockbuster was a thing and you wanted to take a movie out for a longer amount of time?
Pay extra. So I'm telling you, there's going to be something that there's going to be something they call it esports pass. I'm telling you right now. Mark the date. I'm saying I don't like how many things that we have discussed over the past year that have mostly come true. So I don't like this topic anymore.
I'm telling you, if there's game or what they'll do, here's one of two things that they'll do. They'll either have an extension pass, which will be like, you got the Xbox Ultimate, then they'll probably say Xbox Pro or something, where certain games you can keep access to. Now, if they're high-end esports games that they include on the pass, what they'll probably do is they'll just be like, all right, for this pass, you get access to these games nonstop, or those games will never rotate off. The cheap way, they never rotate those games out if they're in the esports circulation.
Kara, would you pay extra money to play certain games that aren't available on your Game Pass that you really like? If that was your only option?
Yes.
There you go.
Damn it, Kara.
If I didn't have the option to just buy that single game, and I really enjoy that game, say right now my big game right now is DBD. Say my only way to play DBD was through that service, and I had to pay extra to continue playing it after an X amount of time, I would, because I enjoy that game. If I didn't have the option to buy it. Because if they're gonna go into the streaming, what?
But she's
Says
being
the
honest.
person who has how many streaming platforms, music, TV wise?
She got you there.
Who are you talking to?
You.
She's talking to you.
What are you talking about?
You.
Because I have Hulu. I'm a walking contradiction.
You're a hypocrite. That's what you are.
Son of a bitch.
You didn't even realize it.
Oh man, I pay for. Oh man,
You got
pay
Pandora
for Hulu.
and what else?
Pandora, Spotify.
I got rid of Apple. I got rid of Apple Music
But you got Pandora and
Spotify.
so you have Pandora, Spotify, and Apple Music.
I got rid of Apple Music after the last time we talked about this.
How many TV or movie streaming platforms do you pay for?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay then. And why do you do multiple? Why do you do multiple? Because one doesn't have what you want.
One doesn't have it all.
So if they were going to get rid of a game, you would pay more to keep that game.
I'm so defeated.
Hey, this is for you, buddy.
I'm so defeated.
That's for you.
You can't talk shit about something that you do.
Man, Karen,
That's for
Karen
you.
just put you in the fucking corner, dog. Damn.
Dude,
I feel bad for you.
you know Kara has fully adjusted when she just came at Wardeners.
Alright, I digress.
And you know, to be fair, as much as we hate it, we are all guilty of it. Like, we've already been sucked into this new, because myself, I got Disney, I got HBO, I share Netflix, but I also got Crunchyroll.
You can't say
our
you share
life.
Netflix. You pay for Netflix.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah,
Not for long. Remember, they're cracking down on that by the end of the year.
I think
Yeah, they can go fucking
it's
suck a dick.
new devices they're cracking down on a lot faster. I think if you've been on certain devices for a certain amount of time, they're safe. But a lot of people hop devices, and that's screwing them over.
He got upset. He got upset that you guys couldn't see him.
We saw him.
I mean, I prefer when he had a shirt on.
No, because I took it off and he walks out and he saw the background. He goes, "What the hell? They didn't want to see me." And I said, "No,
Wait,
I
you
took
took
it
his
off."
shirt off?
No,
You know,
no.
you need you need to clip that and then play ATEZ over it while he's dancing and make it without him knowing. You know, make a video of him dancing to K-pop. That'd be pretty funny.
He probably will never dance
Oh,
again.
that's what you were saying. Okay, I was very confused. I didn't know what ATEZ was. It's ATEZ.
But
Boo.
hello
very
again.
confused.
But
Tomato. Does it matter?
Yes.
That's my face.
do you
that
need
Big
Kara to
Bird
give you another
face.
lesson?
In K-pop,
What did we learn today, Warners?
I don't pronounce K-pop songs correctly, and I'm a walking contradiction.
I'm glad we've established this.
And I still have never learned how to do a newsletter.
Well, as anyone who gets our newsletter realizes, I have officially taken that out of. I have taken that out of his hands, and Alan and I have taken care of the newsletter. we tried. Warner's was
That picture of Big Bird is a whole ass mood.
but yeah, cloud gaming, pretty much the future. Xbox making the first move. Do I think that they'll perfect it? Absolutely not. When they realize how much work it's going to be on them.
They'll try to buy someone else's when it
Absolutely.
succeeds more.
Absolutely. I mean, Luna seems to be doing good. Anybody remember Amazon Luna? I thought Luna
Nope.
was going to flop, but apparently Luna's doing pretty good.
The fuck is that?
It's the first time I've heard about it in months.
So it's their own game streaming service. It's like Stadia.
I remember what it is. I guess because I have a decent PC, I don't feel the need to have all these other things.
Here's a question for you three PC mains. How are you going to feel if streaming takes over and makes the gaming PCs pretty much irrelevant?
Bullshit.
You're going to feel bullshit?
No,
Or
I
you
call
feel it won't
bullshit.
happen?
That's not going to happen.
Because you do remember what I said earlier, how these games are run.
More and more people are buying PCs now over Xboxes.
More
Yes.
than
Because they're
like,
seeing
and this is going to be
they're
sucking.
seeing the much higher value of them over an Xbox.
But then think about it. If you're streaming the game, what purpose does your PC now serve?
I think more than anything, I'm just going to stop playing new games.
I don't want to.
Warner's
look.
no longer likes this topic.
No, for real though. If it becomes where I have to pay $15 to $20 a month to play one game, like granted, right now I still play games, but it's like an occasion. It's my relief.
Mhm.
If I pay $60 for the game, it's downloaded on my PC. I can play it whenever I want, and $60 for the rest of my life. It takes me years to beat a game. If I have to
Same.
do that every month, I might as well just stop playing new games. Like that would be the limit for me. Because I'd rather pay
They're trying to
$60,
go-
have it for life, than pay $15 a month, play it, lose my save file, or even if they save it for you to come back, I'm not going to pay $15 again just to play that game again for like 10 minutes. 10 more minutes.
Yuli's bringing up a good point though, because wouldn't they be shooting themselves in the foot financially and pushing gamers away?
But think about it. They're
They're
already
gonna be
doing
pushing
that.
all the old gamers
They want
away.
to push. They want to push the generation that knows this is bullshit out. But the current generation, Gen Z, this is all they know.
Fucking Gen Z.
That's all they care about. This is what
I
they
don't like
know.
this topic anymore. What's the next topic?
This is the top. I mean, we could always go into the Gamma Zone.
I want to go into the Gamma Zone.
Okay, Warner's wants to go to the Gamma Zone, but this is just food for thought. This is where we're heading. Just be.
Well, I'm not fucking hungry.
Wow.
Why is that picture oddly appropriate?
Someone's so sassy.
No, hold on.
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
just go into it. Games as a streaming is definitely for people that think that paying $60 for a game and it being a shit game is like a waste of money. No, not really. It is, because it might be a shit game, but you paid $60 to own said shit game. It's yours.
Yeah.
So it'll still be shit, but it'll feel like a waste of $60, but it won't be a waste of like if you pay the
Kara.
subscription for 12 months and you play that shit game that you hated for those 12 months. What's 15 times 12? Like fucking I don't know. I guess. Hey Siri, what's 12 times 15? I can't do math. $180 fucking dollars.
What? $180.
$180 for
He
for
threw
a year.
himself a math problem.
Yeah, threw myself a math problem.
And then was like, what have I done?
I had to think about it. But no, if you're paying $180 for a game subscription and you're only going to buy maybe 2-3 games based on what subscription platform it is, it's not going to be worth it. I might as well buy the $60 game, get my money's worth by playing it for hours on end, and just feel like, you know what, I played the X amount of hours on this game, $60, it feels worth it. Instead of I played X amount of hours for $180 for 1 year, I don't feel that the 20 hours I put in that 1 year are worth the $180.
I mean, if we want to summarize, as convenient as it is, they're trying to force the FOMO effect on gamers now. Because, like Yuli was saying,
But you can't do that.
it could take, years to beat a game, but I own it, so I can beat it whenever the hell I want.
Well, look,
But-
FOMO for gamers is a dying thing too with streaming.
Well, would it be though? Because like Warner said earlier, what about the esports games? Because we have our speculation, but say someone is trying to get on the esports team and they can't afford, or their parents
But
aren't willing to
here,
pay for
let me
that extra
Let me
perk.
base it on this. There's 2 games that I'd never played, but I got to watch people play it and enjoy it. That's the Wolf Among Us and Life is Strange. those are two games I want to play. I wanted to play, but I realized they're time consuming. I'd rather play like one game on the side, have the stream of those two games on the other screen, and watch them play. So I have the satisfaction of that game without actually paying for it, because I know for a fact that those games are a one and done for me. I'm not going to spend more hours into it replaying it. I just wanted to get through the story and learn what it is and see how it goes.
I'm sorry, is that Jackie Chan?
Yeah.
We're just going to ignore the fact that Logan was shaking his booty walking into the back
That
room.
is also... I thought that's what he was talking about.
Because that's what I saw.
Yeah, it's Jackie Chan. Yeah. What is he doing? What?
I don't know.
On the flip side, and you do bring up a good point, but if you think about it, that happens already now, and it's not really hurting sales. I mean, streamers stream a new game the day it comes out, and you would think with the thousands of people watching, half that 1,000 might not buy the game. But if anything, a lot of those people still buy the game. So anyway, they still buy the game. And they still get the full, experience out of it. If anything, it helped the sales.
Warner's looks so done with us.
We're going to the Gamma Zone now. Warner. This podcast took a complete different turn than was planned. So yeah.
Say hi to Aries.
Hello, Aries.
Hello, Aries.
You guys ready? We're this needs proper. We're gonna throw a lot of effort into this.
The dog.
Y'all ready? We're doing this.
I thought it was a cat.
There is another dimension beyond that which is known to gamers. It is a dimension as vast as open world RPGs and as timeless as the branch you should have spec'd in but didn't. It is the middle ground between console and PC, between sweats and casual players, and it lies between the pit of the time you raged and broke your controller or simply deleted the game. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Gamma Zone.
I love that personally. Kudos to you, Warner's, for making that. All right.
Oh shit, that was Warner's?
That was. Yeah.
Am I a joke to you?
Yeah, you are. You're the butt of half my jokes.
Man. All right, so Kara's corner of weird.
Alright.
There.
So he's got to go get the puppy. He's messing with the cat.
Oh boy.
Is the corner of weird starring Logan?
No, but it does go to Florida.
Does it have
When
to
does
do
it
with
not
your
go to
apartment?
Florida?
No, it doesn't.
All right.
Passenger survives being hit in the head by flying turtle on I-95.
A flying what?
Turtle?
Turtle.
I wasn't expecting that sound.
It was appropriate. It was appropriate.
Is the turtle okay?
The turtle was fine. He had a few minor scratches.
Okay.
But a 71-year-old woman was riding with her daughter, and they were driving down the interstate, and a turtle smashed through the windshield and smacks the lady in the head. She did get a gash on her forehead. She is also fine, if you were wondering or more concerned with the turtle.
Well, yeah, fuck
There's
the
enough
lady.
people. Turtles are.
But it seems to be the turtle got hit by another car, flung up and smacked through the windshield, and smacked her in the forehead.
Turtle.
Do you think she's
that's a pretty-
telling anyone the truth on how she has that new scar now?
I don't know.
Oh, I would totally tell people.
But they weren't
yeah, I got
sure
hit by a
what
turtle.
happened. They weren't
Those
sure
are
what
some-
happened. And it says while they were on the phone with 911, another motorist that had stopped to help was like, "There's a turtle in your car," and they were all like, "A what?"
Can I just say that Super Mario has lied to me all my life then? Because I avoid turtles because Mario taught me that getting hit by a turtle one time, instant death.
No, you have to. Oh wait, you're
Yeah,
small already.
Not in Florida.
I'm already short.
Yeah,
so
I was
for
gonna say,
me,
you
instant
shrink.
death.
Okay,
Not in Florida.
so
We're a
this
different breed.
sounds to me like the turtle pulled off some ninja-like moves to survive all of this, which, from my perspective, makes this a ninja turtle.
I agree.
Did you seriously just?
He did.
Yo, have you guys ever
And
seen
I'm here
those
for it.
videos
I'm here
of
for it,
gators
Warners.
trying
I
to eat a
liked it.
turtle? And the crunching sound it makes when it cracks their shell?
I don't want to think about that because I love turtles.
Dude,
I used to have a
it is
turtle.
so intense.
Why would you bring this up?
Because we're talking
Are
about
you
turtles.
asking Yuli?
I used to have a turtle.
Is there another?
And she's in
and he
Florida,
was-
so
he
there's
was-
gators and turtles. This is a
He was like
common
this big,
occurrence.
and then we put it, and then we put him in another tank with another turtle, and he got to like this big. It was weird.
And then you let him go, and he got eaten by a gator.
No, we gave him to Busch Gardens actually.
What the fuck is Busch Gardens?
Fun,
Theme park here.
Why is it called Busch
fun,
Gardens?
fun.
I don't know. Why not?
Ask the person who named it Busch Gardens.
Honestly,
Bunch of bushes, man.
let me see. Why is Busch Garden named Busch?
There's a garden and a bunch of bushes. Maybe the person's name was
Fun-
Bush.
Fun fact, guys. When I think I was like 9 or 10, I found a turtle, and I put it in a cooler, and I was poking it with a stick, like not in the face, like just like kind of like
Fucking Warner's
playing
is
with
just
it
trying to
and
break his shell with it.
I wasn't torturing it. I was just playing. I was a kid. I was just playing with
For
the turtle.
science.
Yo,
And it would pull its head in and then come out and snap, right? Like it would try to bite stuff. So I started like seeing if it could catch my finger. It caught my finger. It caught the
were
shit out of
that
my
kid.
finger. I let the turtle go after I ran inside crying.
Uh-huh.
And that was the moment I learned that nature fights back.
Yeah.
So
Good job.
I was just trying to play with it. Like I didn't mean anything by it. I was just, I was
You were
being a
playing with
kid.
it. That thing was fighting for survival.
Yeah, no, true. But fun fact, a turtle almost bit my finger off.
We learned a lot about Warner's today.
Hold on, but how did you like try and grab from the head?
He kept like bringing his head in and reaching out to snap and bite.
Yeah.
And after he broke a couple twigs, I'm like, man, this snapping turtle's quick.
Well, it's a
So
snapping
my
turtle.
dumb ass, I don't know
I
if it was,
figured he was-
actual snapping turtle,
It's a snapping turtle.
but it definitely damn near snapped my finger off. So
Kara's about to go in on you again.
I was like 9 or 10.
Oh my
She's about to
god.
Playing-
go in on
playing with
you
a turtle.
again.
but you should have known
I
better
was
by
just
then.
waiting.
Honestly,
I was not. Leave me alone. I learned my lesson,
Oh man.
and from that point on, I didn't go out of my way to fuck with nature. Okay. So I definitely wasn't the guy. I don't know if Atachi remembers the guy in Australia that was fucking with the koala bear in the tree,
Oh.
and the koala bear
yeah.
fell out of the tree kind of in a jump motion and attacked his face.
Yeah.
And it was one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life. And I'll never unsee it. So koala bears, you think they're cute and cuddly, they will mess you up.
It's the more cute and cuddly ones that'll fuck you up.
But you got any other Florida stories? Or is that the
no, that was a
I mean,
that was a good one?
That was a good
Crackheads in
one.
the backyard. She was a walking news story. New place, crackheads in the backyard.
yeah.
Kara, you could just take a video, like a camcorder out, and just walk around your state and as if you were a journalist and just see what you find.
That requires her leaving
I'll
the
find
house.
a lot. That also, but I would find a lot.
I mean, bring Logan with you.
That requires him leaving the house too.
go on an adventure one day and just drive around and see what craziness we can find.
Kara can start bringing us some like real-time authentic Florida stories.
That would be
This
wild.
happened here today. And
She could have her own show. Like,
yesterday we saw this, and this person got beat up here, and
This person.
you could call it something like Florida Insider.
Insa what?
Florida Insider by Softly Sapphire.
Florida, either. I'm sorry, guys. He was hit by a car. We forgive him.
My knee still hurts.
Maybe you should wear knee pads when you're on them.
Oh.
All right, what do you got for us, Yuli?
No, there's no conspiracy theory, dog. The only conspiracy theory we have, I don't think we can talk about, because this was talking about something in Mexico about a certain special forces group, a Mexican special forces group that were like tagged to take out the cartel, took out one of the cartels, saw how much money they're making, and then became their own cartel.
It's not a conspiracy theory.
No, but I'm gonna say it's a conspiracy theory because if we talk about it as if it's a real thing, it's never a good idea. Because
I like where I'm at right now.
Yeah,
I like my life. I like my living.
I want to know if the cartels have problems with the chupacabras, and if they do,
oh, you know that motherfucker's smuggling drugs for him, running across the border. Yo, one big thing is we got to find a way to get to Skinwalker Ranch.
I would love to go to Skinwalker Ranch.
Tachi, Kara, do you guys know about Skinwalker Ranch?
I feel like I've heard of it.
Supposedly, it's one of the most active paranormal places in America. There is untold story, like so many stories of like portals opening up, creatures coming out of portals, aliens visiting, animal mutilations with no blood, orbs taking people, orbs taking animals. Just a whole bunch of shit. Like there's this one story of a fucking yogi who went to the ranch, told the owners, hey, can I go here and do yoga on this little hill? It's a perfect place to match my zen. And then as they're working on their ranch, they see this invisible creature. Like they could see the grass moving and the dirt piling up on it, like as scuffling and everything. Run up to this man, and they're trying to yell at this yogi, tell him to get the fuck out of there, get out of the way. The creature runs up to him, screams in a monstrous roar in his face, scaring the yogi away.
Is this the same creature that they talk about the big wolf? Like a beast?
The big wolf? No.
Yeah.
Apparently,
like a big wolf
it's a different creature. The big wolf is an actual skinwalker, where they found this big wolf, like a 9-foot wolf, on their property. Take a calf. And so they were worried for the calf, so they grabbed their gun and they decided to shoot at this wolf. They shot it once, they didn't let go of the calf, reloaded, shot it again, let go of the calf, stares at the guy with the gun, and then runs in the forest. And him and his son start chasing this big ass wolf. They couldn't find anything. All they found were these pieces of flesh that they thought was from the wolf, but it couldn't be because the flesh was so deteriorated and rotten and putrid smelling that it had to be from something that was dead for days. But I've
watched quite a few documentaries about the ranch. It's actually pretty interesting.
It's fucking amazing. That's somewhere we gotta go. We gotta do a GZ field trip to Skinwalker Ranch, and we probably get Itachi to find a fucking Skinwalker. Because
I don't know if you watched the latest video I made.
We know
about ghost hunting.
Itachi's the biggest bitch, but he's also the reason that he's the biggest bitch is because he'll always find everything.
Oh my god! He's the ghost decoy. I established that. Watch the video.
No. It's because anywhere he goes, the ghost or whatever we're hunting will go to him.
So if we've learned anything from Phasmophobia, using a smudge stick to chase away a ghost that's chasing someone else doesn't work. So Itachi would probably just get killed.
Probably
these are all terrible selling points. And at this point, I would just be an idiot to even agree now to do this.
Tachi,
I think if you wear those glasses, you'll be okay.
Tachi, you only live once, so say you win out with a bang.
No.
Look, I want to die by Snoo Snoo. That's where I want to.
What if I want to die by Snoo Snoo?
By a Skinwalker, I'll tell everyone you died in a glorious battle against the Skinwalker.
Or I could just stay in the van.
What if we?
This
I think it'd be cool.
That's the worst place
if
to
we
stay in the
did,
stories.
If we did plan a trip one day to go to a
Haunted house?
paranormal place, and we did an actual like live podcast.
Hey, yo, we could go
I'd
crackhead
be
hunting
down.
in Kara's backyard.
Kara's down.
I'd be down.
Yo, Itachi, all we
Logan
need
would
is
be
you.
down.
Look, there you go, Itachi. You have Logan. You can hold on to him.
So fun fact, it's funny because I don't reflect it how I play in games, but Wardeners should remember.
When you died in the locker.
No, I'm real world stuff. So when it comes to the real things, I'm actually not as bad as I am in the games. For the games, it's usually more humorous. But on our former ship, you know the ship I speak of. I think it was that one or when we did a hull swap. But way down below deck, there's the freezer, right?
Oh, that place was creepy.
So what a lot of people don't know, in case you don't know, if people pass away on the ship and we can't pull in, we have to store the bodies in the freezer so that they don't decompose.
How often does that happen?
More often than you think.
And I was cranking, or I was in supply at the time, and we were tasked with cleaning the passageway. Now this is like, I want to say like 5 or 6 decks below the waterline. So we're already under the water. And there's only like 2 lights in that area. And once it's darkened ship, the red lights come on. So unless you've been on a ship, anyone's like, oh, I happen to know. Unless you've been on a Navy vessel at night.
Darkened ship is creepy.
You don't know dark in the middle of nowhere. And
in the middle of the ocean with no light pollution.
No lights.
Darkened ship, red lights only every now and then.
Yeah.
It's like they're trying to terrorize you at night.
Yeah. And we were
ship
doing... I mean... I think I would be okay because I've already had a couple of experiences. But we were cleaning down there outside the freezer, and we knew there was someone who had passed away, so we knew they were in the freezer, and no one wanted to clean down there because it was just one way in, one way out. And there was the freezer, and they had a little peephole in there. I don't know why it was a peephole in the freezer, but whatever.
They call it a freezer, but they need another name for it because that shit was absolute beyond zero.
Well, they can't call it the morgue, can they?
It was cold as shit down there.
Well, no, because we did have supply, like food supply. If you call it a morgue, and then you tell us you're feeding us from the
So
morgue.
you stored your food with your dead bodies?
It was a separate. It's in the same area, but a separate
sections.
Containment. Yeah, like sections.
So there's just a wall splitting the bodies and the food.
Yeah.
Man, someone probably got fingers and put it in your chili or something. Goddamn.
Ew.
No, they lock it up.
Yeah, it's locked. But I had to clean that section by myself because nobody wanted to go down there.
They sent like a black man solo.
Yeah.
4 or 5 decks underwater, red lights only, next to some dead bodies to clean some.
And the thing is, like, when you're under the waterline, you start hearing shit.
Oh, yeah, you do.
And I was down there and I'm cleaning, and of course I hear stuff, and then I hear knocking in the freezer, and then I hear knocking on the side of the bulkhead, and then of course the ship is swaying, and then you start, because the shadows will play tricks on you. All you see is red lights, and then every now and then someone go, "You okay down there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. It'd be nice if someone came and helped." I can't see shit.
Witnessed my death, so they knew what happened.
Yeah, but for some reason, games freak me out more than real life situations I've been in. So, like, in haunted places, I probably would be fine.
Now, Itachi, I'm gonna ask you, because we were in the same situation. Doing the night watch, specifically the 10 to 2, the 10 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Are you talking about that port side dark corner?
When you're outside on the port or starboard side in the back of the ship, and there's no moonlight, you're in the middle of the ocean. There's no light pollution whatsoever. Mm-hmm. Not even from the ship. And you can literally see the galaxy. You can see more stars than you can comprehend. It's insane. And I don't know about you, but I would see shit. Like we knew what satellites were. Like we were trained to know like the difference between helicopters, planes, aircrafts, like all these different things, satellites, that we knew what we were reporting and how to report them based on what we were seeing. And there were so many times that I would see just the weirdest lights that would be, they wouldn't quite be like up in the sky like you'd see a satellite, but they'd be like in the distance above the horizon. And I could never like understand, like, are my eyes playing tricks on me? Am I tired, or did I just see that light go in the water?
Those 10 to 2s, I just see they were no joke.
Did I see that light change to colors that I've never seen on an aircraft before? You know, like I would see shit and I'd be like, what the hell?
Why is it always Navy
It
men?
would freak me out. Well, because
we're out there in the dark.
We're out there in the most dark you can possibly have with no moonlight sometimes. Like it doesn't get any darker than that.
Yeah,
especially
but there's a lot
really
of stories
slow
right now of the Pentagon being released that it's nothing but Navy men who saw certain spacecraft, certain anomalies, certain shit.
Yeah.
Because where airmen aren't in the middle of the ocean, Marines sometimes are with us, but they don't stand our watches on the ship. We're the ones standing watch on the outside of the ship, even if there's a fucking storm, by the way.
Yep.
Like, there could be 11-foot waves crashing over the deck. You know what they'll do? They'll hook you up to a lanyard to the side rail on the inside of the ship. So just in case
you're just hanging there.
You're just hanging there.
Call the watch.
I'm dead ass serious.
I'm hanging off the ship.
Yeah, dead ass. You have a little headset on that sucks. Yeah, that was real. It'd be like raining and shit, thunder and lightning, huge waves.
I thought you
and
were
the
going
ship
to
would be
also mention
rocking.
that abysmal dark corner that nobody liked.
Oh my god!
At night,
Yeah,
there's a corner. There was a corner of the ship that was in pitch black. You couldn't see. Your hand could be literally touching your face, and you couldn't see. And nobody wanted to stand in that corner because people would always see shit moving in the dark.
So what I'm hearing after all of this is a paranormal GZ After Dark.
Hell yeah.
That's an idea. Yeah, because I'm also the idiot who, well, I say I'm the idiot, but I also would stand in the corner on purpose.
Logan just told me no.
Logan, don't play that.
No,
right.
we're just talking about
Itachi,
experiences.
since you're more scared in the game than you are in real life, would you be willing to go to Skinwalker Ranch with a Ouija board?
Now, there's one thing, and I have my
Ouija
own reasons
board
with it.
Is no go. I won't even be in the same car with it.
Not even realize I will not fuck with a Ouija board.
Nope.
I'm the guy that would fuck with it.
Yo, I saw a video
of
a trash dude who posted on TikTok saying these people threw away a Ouija board, so he took it out of the trash, waited till next week, and put it back in the empty trash can.
That's fucked. That's fucked.
Wow.
That's
yeah,
so
Warner,
messed
you're on your own
up.
with the Ouija board.
You know, I won't touch that either.
For science.
No.
You could do that science experiment on your own.
Yeah.
Not anywhere near us. It's not coming near us once you're done.
And still lives.
I'm good.
I'm good.
All right.
That was definitely an interesting episode. But before I forget, new project line available now.
I saw those shirts in the store. They're really cool.
They do look really nice.
Oh, thank you guys. But make sure you guys.
I've shown a few people that particular line that you released, and they think it's pretty awesome.
So guys, go grab it. TheGZShop.com. New project line. Hopefully we will have a brand for everyone so you can represent your favorite, your favorite host of the GZ Shop. Obviously me. Duh. No? Okay.
Okay, look, Itachi.
Mine's almost ready. Mine's almost ready. I just gotta get it on.
I'm gonna pull a Kanye West on you, Itachi. Kara deserves that nomination of the favorite GZ member.
Kara already is the favorite GZ member.
She's the face of the
She's
GZ
the face
Chop
of
Shop.
GZ Chop Shop. Every time I'm like, hey guys, check this out. Nobody cares about the rest of us. They'd be like, oh, she's pretty. Like, I'm like, hey ladies, check out our stuff. And they'd be like, okay, but who's she? It's like, but
she's eating it up too. Look at that.
I don't ever hear. I've never heard that. I've never been told that. It makes me feel nice. You know.
Yeah, don't get used to it.
I was afraid she was going to get so famous and leave us, so I kept it to myself.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, new merchandise, plenty of stuff to choose from in the shop. So make sure you guys go check it out. And everyone who took part in the giveaway, thank you guys so much. The support meant a lot to us. We had well over 300 entrants. So definitely stick around. We will definitely be planning some stuff in the future. So thank you. And once again, big congratulations to our 2 winners. Thank you so much for your continued support. You guys have been amazing. Make sure to catch the video version of this on Patreon. You can sign up $2 a month, full access to the video podcast. And as always, you stay safe out there, and we will catch all you wonderful people